G'day, this is Simon at South OC Cars and Coffee. I'm standing here with Curtis, who has a standout car of the week. This thing drove in and just turned heads everywhere. What is it, Curtis?
It's a 1957 Dual-Ghia. They've made 100 of them, and there's about 35 that are left.
It's such a stunning car. Let's check this thing out. Curtis, it's such a pretty car, and it doesn't look like anything else I've ever seen. How long have you owned this beautiful car?
I've owned it about 20 years.
Wow.
And it was about 15 years or more in restoration. It went through 2 restorers.
Did it really? It is, I mean, it is such a, I mean, it just looks perfect. I'm lost for words how beautiful it is. Let's talk about the actual car and its how its life began. So you mentioned that it's a Ghia, which obviously means it's an Italian designed and built body. But let's talk more about the way these cars came about.
Lou Casserole owned the car transport business, and he got along with Chrysler and was able to get the Chrysler engine, transmission, and frame from Chrysler, and then he sent that to Italy, and Ghia made the body for the car, and then they sent it back to the United States to finish completion here in the States.
So is the frame and engine, is that out of something like a 300C or a Royale?
It's a D501, which is a 325 Hemi.
Oh wow, that's cool.
It's a Torque Flight 2-speed. It has no park, so that if you don't set the parking brake, it's going to be running down the hill.
Oh, that's a bit of a risk, huh? The lines on this are beautiful, but that's just Ghia. Ghia built different bodies for different people over the years. They built everything from vehicles for Ford Motor Company to you name it. And there's something about their styling which is so classically Italian and cannot be mistaken. What made you fall in love with this car?
Well, my father-in-law had 2 of these Ghias. He was in the auto accessory business, so he actually had 2, and my wife actually grew up going to school with one of them.
Oh, wow.
And then we eventually inherited a Ghia from him, but it was an L6.4, and then later on I picked up this car and to restore it.
I just think it's magnificent. I love the color. Is this the original color, or was it something different?
No, it's the color I picked. I don't know exactly what the color was, but I liked the Ferrari red.
Yeah.
So I thought it would look good against the chrome.
It stands out. Hey, let's have a look under that hood if we may, just so we can check out that Hemi. So for the minute this hood was just lifted up then, the first thing I noticed is look at this beautiful aluminum, I guess, or is it stainless steel? Might be stainless steel, the plate.
Right, I think it's aluminum.
And then the quilting underneath the hood. This is a beautifully designed luxury car for the time, isn't it? Is this not meant to be a competitor to a Chrysler or a Chevrolet or anything like that? If anything, it's more of a competitor to something like a Cadillac or something of that nature, even more probably upscale, I would imagine, for the time.
Well, the Rat Pack actors were the ones that purchased these cars.
Wow.
And there were very few, so they would end up fighting about it.
That's so cool. I mean, it's just so many beautiful things. I love that massive air cleaner on there, and that generator sitting on the top. It's just so classic, but also the fact that that's a Hemi sitting down in there, which is super cool. So mechanically, I guess the nice thing is you can just use parts from Chryslers of the day if there's any mechanical things, which is just wonderful. It's just such a beautiful car. As I said, as you pulled in this, it stood out, and from a mile away I could tell it was a Ghia because they just have such unmistakable, beautiful lines. Well, as our Car of the Week winner, you get this Meguiar's complete kit, which includes the polishing sponge, cleaner wax, scratch remover, car wash, glass cleaner, interior detailer, and hot shine foam for your tyres. You can keep this magnificent, magnificent Ghia looking in this beautiful condition. Thank you so much for bringing it out, and congratulations.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it.